A very good morning to all our Sports Today family members. It's going to be just 2 days, but yet there is some anger. And there is lot of accusations of politics, of favoritism, of everything on just one particular individual. BCCI versus Shreyas Iyer. Now many people are trending justice for Shreyas Iyer. What more does Shreyas need to do? However, the BCCI, while speaking to the Times of India, one particular source has said that there is no grudges against Shreyas Iyer. One has to understand, like, how could you fit Shreyas Iyer into this team? But the same argument can be said, how do you fit in a Shubman Gill? Now, Shubman Gill, let us make one thing very clear here. He was the captain and the vice captain in the Zimbabwe and the Sri Lanka series. Later on, they said, okay, you concentrate on the test matches, you concentrate on the ODIs for the Champions Trophy, which he did. So when you look at that analogy, Shubman Gill was not out of the T20I system. But Shreyas Iyer is actually making a recovery back after all what had happened in 2024. Sure, had a fantastic Mushtaq Ali, had a fantastic Vijay Hazare, had a fantastic Ranji Trophy. What more could he have done? Frankly, the riches that are there in Indian cricket team are so high that one or two tough calls had to be taken. If Shreyas came back in, maybe some other camp would have said, oh no, it was unfair on Shubman Gill, it was unfair on Yashasvi Jaiswal. On the other hand, Gill inclusion, the camp is saying that, okay, Jaiswal excluded, Shreyas Iyer excluded. Justice for Shreyas Iyer. Of course, he may get a chance, but there are reports in certain corridors of the BCCI that Shreyas Iyer most likely is your ODI captain for 2027 also. Gill may have to wait for being all formats captain, and now looking at the trend where one captain for all formats actually might not work. So that is why Shreyas Iyer, don't take the T20I spot for Asia Cup, we'll give you ODI captaincy. Maybe, maybe not, we don't know at this point. The one-off test match between Australia A and India A is currently happening at Brisbane, and India A was struggling at 93 for 5 with Georgia Prestwidge taking 3 wickets. But then Captain Radha Yadav has stabilized the innings with the bat, but now rain has stopped play at Brisbane. So that is why India A, yes, they were blanked out in the T20Is, but they bounced back with a 2-1 win, historic series win against Australia A. And now in the one-off test, they'll be hoping that they can do well. Because remember, at this point, this and the one more series that the India senior team will play against Australia, that is your warm-up for the ICC Women's ODI World Cup. South Africa may have won the first ODI by 98 runs against Australia and continues their dominance against them. But one major sore point was that Prananal Subrayan has been reported for a suspect action. And because of that, he might face plenty of scrutiny heading into the next 2 ODIs. Keshav Maharaj was the star, but even Prananal Subrayan had ensured that yes, South Africa could maintain the chokehold on Australia. And that is why now South Africa continue their unprecedented ODI domination against Australia. Maybe, if memory serves me right, out of 21 ODIs, they have won 17 and Australia won just 4. That is the level of dominance that we're looking at this point in time. When you look at the Asian Shooting Championships, Ananjit Singh Naruka has managed to do it. A gold medal in skeet shooting. And that is why India, when you look at it, Manu Bhaker had 2 medals in one day. You also had Saurabh Chaudhary get the men's silver medal. But the crowning glory is Ananjit Singh Naruka in skeet. He's been around for a lot of time. Yes, he struggled in the Olympics and in the Asian Games. But there is no denying that when you look at skeet shooting, the name of Ananjit Singh Naruka will always be associated as one of the best in the business at this stage. Now, there is a very interesting development that has happened in the under-20 wrestling championships because Tapasya has managed to win the gold medal, and it is a historic first for Indian wrestling in the world under-20 stage. Tapasya has managed to not just get the gold medal, but ensure India are on the map when it comes to gold medal tally in the women's under-20 wrestling. In the 57 kilo category, Tapasya managed to win the gold medal, and earlier in the day when it was there, Sumit Malik the son of a bus driver, he managed to get silver in the 57 kilo category as well. So you thought that life beyond most of the established wrestlers at this point in time, what is the future for wrestling in India after Bajrang Punia, Vinesh Fogart, and when you look at it, it's looking very bright. Yes, they didn't do well in the Olympics that happened in Paris. Vinesh, unfortunately, what happened with her, we all know how that is. But the future of wrestling looks bright. Maybe one edition they'll struggle, but they'll definitely bounce back in the next edition as well. Singhfield Cup round 3, when you look at it, Gukesh has played out a draw against Sam Sevian, and so has Pragnananda. But Pragnananda is in the joint lead with 3 other people, and Gukesh is in 4th position with 4 other people. So the gap between the leaders and the rest of the field is just 0.5. So Pragnananda is in the top bracket, wherein he's sharing the lead with 3 other people, and Gukesh is in joint 4th with 4 other people at this point. So plenty of activity now that the Asia Cup squad has been announced. We'll be building up to the Asia Cup. One special video that you can look forward to today is the boycott trend. Everybody is saying boycott, boycott, boycott. But India did boycott one edition in 1986, and surprisingly, it was not versus Pakistan. You'll find that out in the video that we'll be doing shortly. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.